Hey everyone, and welcome to this month's update for the Lambda Markets project. I apologize for Bull and Hoss who aren't here with me. They are, busy deving on Bull's end, and Hoss is still a little bit ill. So we will at some stage this month, hopefully, sit down together and give you a full-scale timeline and project update, answer a lot of those questions that you guys have. But this recording here is detailing exactly what you can expect this coming quarter into the end of 2024 and a very high level overview of what we've been working on. So first of all, let me just quickly go through the UI and give you some understanding of where we are at, where we're heading this year, and what you can expect to see in the application. So of course, on the charting page here, we have the strike algorithm, we have the alerts flowing in. On the right, we have the watch lists, and all of that has been fed by the infrastructure that Bull and the dev team have built. So we've got on the fly algorithmic alerts coming through. So those are being translated into alerts on demand, and we have the liquidation feeds as well. So all of this is going to sum up and give us the opportunity to provide some pretty unique insights and combine all of these items to create customized alerts. So picture yourself going to this page, setting up an alert. For Bitcoin, you want to know when the open interest gets to a certain point, you want to know when funding hits a certain level, and you want to combine that with the algorithmic alerts. So only alert me if there's a hard sell, funding is positive, and open interest has really ramped in the last 12 hours, and you'll get that alert. That's where we're taking this page, and I'll get on to another thing, which is the execution in a moment. But on this page, essentially, is going to be your control panel for those alerts, trading and executing via Lambda, which is a big component of what we want to build this year and implement this year and will implement this year. Combining all of that together and giving you guys ultimate control of your trading. Let's go over to the roadmap and just understand a high level before I go back into those technical details in a moment. This has been constructed and very carefully thought about, and we've got a proposal coming back from the development team on the exacts for this year. And that's set to be finalized this week. But in the meantime, you guys can understand that we've got the supercharged charting, which comprises of that V1 that is everyone's saying when about. But that is the open interest, the funding, the futures and spot CVDs, liquidations, which you've already seen a hint of, and the trade execution for the internal testing. So what we've done is actually brought on more developers to roll out this trade execution terminal, which we had programmed back in, when Lambda v2 was released. We had this written up in the documentation, in the articles going out, and that's now coming to fruition. So internally, we're starting to build that and have the inner workings of something that goes cross-exchange API keys. For those that are familiar with the BTX, it'll be a similar setup to what exists over there. That'll be a very secure methodology of getting you guys access to your favorite exchange via Lambda. And then all you need to do is log into Lambda with your wallet, hook up your API keys, and you can start trading via the Lambda terminal. Expanding analytics, so new market and trade flow pages. We've got the liquidations, heat maps that you guys have seen on other platforms, the ETF flow trackers, which I've been posting a lot. So those charts that you see me posting, those are currently being built into the platform. So that will take, if we go up here, so at the moment we've got chart, macro, order book, marketplace. You're going to have a consolidation of these tabs here. This dashboard will eventually turn into one streamlined platform, and then you'll have macro, crypto, and all of the different subsections, which you can get things like the ETF tracking, order flow data, all in that one dashboard for a bit more of a streamlined user experience. V1 launch comes towards the end of the quarter. We'll wrap up the UI UX, the freemium and the new auth system. So a big blocker at the moment is that we're behind a Solana wallet and a paywall. The whole app is, but we're expanding that and integrating with a freemium version. So a freemium version will be a limited access to Lambda to get more people involved, get more people using Lambda, and overall attracting more users to Lambda, and eventually a portion of those people will turn into paid subscribers using the Lambda token, and that adds further utility, further reach to what we're doing. That will come with a tokenomic upgrade as well. So with the freemium, we'll need to start thinking about what components of the app are charged, what are free, and how is that whole methodology and how is that whole process integrated into what is the Lambda token. And the Lambda token is obviously the ecosystem, the Lambda platform token, and that needs to be used for any access to the platform. Of course, with trading, that can be integrated as fees, but the exacts on that, we want to draw that out and propose that in Q2 of 2024. And then the public trade execution terminal, we're looking at Q2. Again, just reiterating, this is a very high level overview of what we're doing. Unified exchange aggregation, so you can expect exchanges like Bybit, KuCoin, BitGet, Binance integrated into Lambda. And all you'll have to do is select your exchange and start trading on that exchange within Lambda. We'll have the advanced order types that we've had planned and documented out. So things like TWAP, things like scaled orders, limit chase, things like this you'll be able to use within Lambda and upgrade how you execute and get the most efficient execution if you're seeking that execution out. And into the end of Q2, again, keeping along with the Telegram sidekick, Bull is using this almost every day and posting trades in our team chat. So you guys really would like to get a handle on that, I'm sure, and that is coming. So alerts and trade execution at fingertips. Imagine a Telegram bot that says, your configured alerts in the app on this page, like we were talking about before. So you've configured your alerts within this charting page. You've got open interest, you've got funding, you've got liquidations, and you want to configure alert. You can sync up your Telegram account and then have those alerts posted to your Telegram account and execute them on the fly. That is the whole goal and the vision for what is the Telegram sidekick. So that is where we're taking it. So that's a very high level overview of the roadmap and where we're going. Supercharged charting, the first point of call. We want to really make sure we own that and do better than anyone else is doing at the moment. And expanding that out into things like the liquidations heat map, the ETF flow tracker, into new tabs on the dashboard. The V1 launch, wrapping up the UI UX, streamlining the whole user experience. The freemium and the new authorization system is very critical to attracting more users and opening up the platform to a much wider reach. That will come with the tokenomic upgrade, and that will go alongside the trade execution using Lambda as fees, using Lambda to open up things behind a paywall for those that are on the free tier. And the trade execution, I think, will bring a whole new scope to what the platform can offer and what people do with Lambda. That's quite exciting. The Telegram sidekick will just add further utility to all of this, and maybe we can even have some social trading experiments within the Lambda community or outside of that as well. So that's where we're heading on a much higher level. In the subsequent town hall that I have with Hoss and Bull will give more technicality to this and more insights into the timeline on the development side, because that is really important, and we don't want to do things half-hearted and release. We want to do them to the best of our ability and get them out to you guys without too many issues. Hoss will give some more insights into the marketing side of things. He has grown his reach to be quite substantial over the last year, 18 months since he's been with Lambda. He's constantly working with us, giving UI, UX tips and insights to the dev team, sitting down alongside me and talking about the product and what features we shouldn't have. And for me, I'm more getting the data together, getting all of the insights together and giving that to the dev team. But I'll also ensure that I start to ramp up my comms a little bit more. It's been a little bit hectic these last few days with some family issues, but that shouldn't be any excuse. So I hope this is a brief overview, understanding of where we're at. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. We've got 6 to 7 developers working now, where last year we had 3 to 4, and that is only going to result in much higher productivity, higher optimized results, and more the ability to scale to a much wider audience. So that is going to be needed when Hoss gets his hands on Lambda and is using it in all of his videos, when I'm using it in my videos as well. But scaling that out to a wider audience, getting the trade execution terminal in front of people and starting to use Lambda in different ways, the Lambda token in different ways as well. So quite exciting. I apologize that things are a little bit slow at the moment, but there is a lot happening behind the scenes, and that won't only translate into results in, I guess, the user eyes until the front end shows the fruits of what we've been building. I hope that this was insightful. There will be a subsequent town hall where we give a further update, some more dedicated insights into the timeline, into marketing with Hoss, and overall a view of what's to come in quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. And Bull can probably show you some beta testing, and we'll do our best to show some more in the Discord as well. If you're unfamiliar with Lambda and this is your first time visiting the channel, we have a Telegram, which is in the video description. We have the app, which is also in the video description, and you can follow us on Twitter or X, which is also linked in the video description. Thanks, guys, and I'll speak with you very, very soon.